the time meets you out of your house, say on your way back from work, Sister Patience, pray. You see, pray that it does not meet you outside your home. That is just it. Pray that it does not meet you outside your home. Or because if you see the darkness coming, because you're going to see the darkness coming, you have to figure out where to enter. You have to figure out a house, a closed house that you will enter. Do you understand? That will save you. But either way, when darkness comes, you know you cannot see. You cannot see anything. And that is why they're telling you, remain grounded wherever you are. Do you understand? And don't go out. Yes, it is very, very biblical. Please go and read Amos 8 verse 9 and Revelations. Let me get Revelations. Very, very biblical, people of love. Let me get it from Revelations. I just got that of Amos, but it's in Revelations. Even Joel 2 verse 2 says, let me see. Joel 2 verse 2 says, a day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and blackness, like dawn spreading across the mountains, a large and mighty army comes, such as never was in ancient times, nor ever will be in ages to come. You see, this Joel 2 and 2 reminded me of the vision I once had in I think in 2016. I had the vision 2016. In that vision, the Lord took me. I went to a sea, and it was not like a sea, but it was like a sea. Then the Lord told me to look. The Spirit told me to look, and when I looked, I saw a whole lot of demons coming. A whole lot of demons coming. They were coming with full force. Goom, goom, goom. All of them marching. They were running to earth. They were coming. And then the Spirit told me, run, that I should run for my life. I was running. I ran, but I could not get to my house. Do you understand? Because they would catch up with me before I got to my house. So what I did was that there was a house that was very close to where I was, and I just entered that house. I entered the house. You need to see these demons. They were outside looking for people. They were just looking for people to destroy. They were looking for people to kill. Do you understand? That was my own personal revelation. Although it never told me that it was darkness, but it was a revelation that these demonic people are coming. Now, for others who have seen the 3 days of darkness prophecy thing, some of them, majority of them are saying that 3 days of darkness is going to unleash demonic entities on earth. So, it is what it is. So, just prepare yourself. It's in the Bible, it's biblical. It's also in Revelation. I'm trying to get the one of Revelation. Was it? Anyway, and they call it the day of the Lord. Do you understand? The day of the Lord. They say, woe to you, who long, that is Amos 5:18. Let me just leave all those ones. Let me leave these ones. I'll talk about it in another video. Do you understand? I will really go into it in depth in another video, because I would like to really talk about the 3 days of darkness so that everybody can prepare. Our time is almost past spent. Now, so there is this weight loss bitter for those who want to detox. Before I go into the main talk, right? For those who want to detox. So, this weight loss bitters, this is something that I'm starting very, very soon. By the grace of God, I need to get the, what do they call it? The colon cleanser, because this goes with the colon cleanser. So for my sisters who want to detox, please try out these weight loss bitters, okay? Try these weight loss bitters out, but you need it with a colon cleanser. So if you are interested, please reach out to Fatty Luxury. I put her number on my on my page. Fatty Luxury. She can ship it anywhere. She can ship it to you anywhere in the world. You guys know that if you want to lose weight, if you are not detoxing, you are not going to lose any weight. If you are just exercising without detoxing, you're only wasting your time. Do you understand? Because you need to exercise. You need to eat right, and you also need to detox. And I always recommend detoxing 3 days a week or 3 days in 2 weeks, depending on whatever works for your body. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So fatty luxury, weight loss bitters. And this one, you will take it 2 times a day. 2 tablespoons in the morning with food, 2 tablespoons at night. Do you understand? And it goes, I'm waiting for the colon cleanser so that it can work well for me. The colon cleanser will make it work even better. Do you understand? So that's why I don't want to take this alone. But if you want to take it alone, that's fine. Do you understand? That's fine. It can still work depending on the kind of body you have. But if you don't want to take it alone, reach out to Fatty Luxury. She will give you this and the colon cleanser together so that it detoxifies you. See, even apart from losing weight, it's very good for us to be detoxifying our bodies. Very, very important. Very, very important that we detoxify. Do you understand? Detoxify your liver, detoxify your colon, your intestines as much as possible so that you can feel light. It's all about feeling light. If you are feeling unnecessarily heavy, if you are feeling too heavy in your body, in your health, if you are feeling too heavy, my people of love, get weight loss bitters. Cleanse your body, cleanse your soul, cleanse the mind so that you can think clearly. Do you understand? That is just what it is. Once you've made up your mind to do it, that is all. Once you've made up your mind, give yourself 30 days. Start with 30 days. Say, I want to do this for 30 days. After 30 days, increase it to 100 days and just follow. That is it. You cannot do it for 1 week. You cannot do it for 2 weeks before you see results. I've said it before. You can't. You have to do it for like up to 3 months. Do you understand? All right, my people of love. Okay. So, alrighty. Let me talk about, you guys have to understand. Let's go to the main talk, right? This killing thing. I'm so sad. Let me tell you, I'm so sad. Like, this week has just been so sad for me. And I'm tired. I won't lie to you guys. Like, I'm tired of sharing negative things. And that is just the truth. I'm tired of sharing bad things, negative reports. I'm just tired of negative reports. I just want positivity. Do you understand? Like, I just want positivity. But it's so sad that it's unfortunate, and I'm going to say it's unfortunate that something like this is going to continue unless we pray. Unless we pray fervently. All these things are demonic interferences. Demonic interferences. Demonic interferences. And that is why we need to pray. Demonic interferences. I was reading the Bible. Oh, I don't know why I always forget to bring my Bible. I was reading the Bible this week. I was reading Hosea. And I was seeing a whole lot of things. Prophet Hosea's book. I was seeing a whole lot of things in the Bible. And also there was this other Bible passage where we need to pray. Where we need to pray against the spirit of division, the spirit of misunderstanding. All these things are spirits that are eating deeply into our relationships and marriages. And a lot of us are not alert, are not awake to it. And we think it's just normal. The Bible says we do not fight against flesh and blood, but principality, powers, rulers of this dark world, of the dark world. Do you understand? Like, it is just crazy, people of love. And you are the door. You and I are the door to the manifestation of these demonic entities. And that is just the truth. You are either the door to the manifestation of heavenly power, or you are the door to the manifestation of darkness, of wicked powers, demonic powers. You have to choose. It's a choice that you choose. It's a choice. Like, I feel so broken. I feel so broken. So on Sunday was Father's Day, right? On Father's Day, my husband was just like, oh, Father's Day, I should just help him make a delicacy. Do you understand? I should just help him cook something. And in fact, that Father's Day, I had 2 events. One, I had to teach some women in Cameroon, some of my If Scholar ladies in Cameroon, about how to raise the boy child. Then I had a chat night with African chat night by the grace of God, and we're talking about marriage or whatever. So that Sunday was really packed for me. And I was making my husband's, what he said he wanted for Father's Day. Right, we just kept it away from social media, you understand? And it makes sense for you to keep a whole lot of things away from social media from time to time and just focus on your family, focus on your marriage and your relationship. we're not there to spread our life, do you understand, on the media. So you have to be in the spirit to know when you are led to share some things and when you are led not to share some things on social media. So anyway, so as I was making the meal, all of a sudden my husband just received a call from Nigeria about a couple, and a lot of you guys must have seen this must have seen the couple, the guy that killed the girlfriend, the baby mama, and he killed himself. Now, the only reason I'm sharing this thing was because this guy has done some business deals with my husband. This is someone I've even spoken to face to face. Do you understand? Like with FaceTime. And this is someone that I canceled. I canceled both he and the girl. I don't know the girl before, but the guy just reached out to me and said that he needed counseling. In fact, that he had been going through a whole lot of things with his relationship, blah, 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 and he needed counseling. In fact, he paid for the counseling. It wasn't a free counseling. And I spoke to the girl, the lady in question. I called the lady and I asked the lady what was going on in her relationship and all that before I spoke to the guy. And the lady explained everything to me. Like, this is someone she had been dating when she was 18 years old. Do you understand? She got pregnant for him, had the first child, and after had the second child, even against the will of her parents. Do you understand? So she said that she was not listening to what her parents said, you know, and all those many things. She explained everything to me. And she explained the difficulty, the problem she was going through with the guy in the relationship, and she said she was done with the relationship, that she just wanted to move on. I asked her, I said, is moving on really, really what you want, or you really can make this marriage work, make this relationship? After all, they are not married, but they've tried to do introduction severally, which did not work out. Anytime they want to do the introduction, something will happen. So she took it as a sign that they were not meant for each other. Do you understand? She took it as a sign, and it makes sense for you to pay attention to those signs when you're trying to bring things together and it's just falling apart. Anyway, so she said that, then I asked her, I said, okay, what do you really want? What do you really want to do right now in this relationship? Do you want to move forward or do you want to end it? She told me categorically that she wanted to end the relationship. She said she's done, that she does not want the relationship anymore, that she will just take care of her kids. Hi, Mr. Michael Isioma, thank you for joining. Janet Odina says, one of my friends know the girl. She was 25. Yeah, I didn't even know her age because I didn't even ask. She said she would just take care of her kids, do you understand, and just move on from the relationship. That was just what she wanted to do, move on from the relationship. I spoke to her on Friday. On Friday, that was when I spoke to her. Then after talking to her on Friday, then I called the husband. We spoke. We ended with the fact that she said she just wanted to move on, that she's done. She cannot marry him. She just wants to move on with her life. She said she also wants to work on her spiritual relationship with her God, because she realized that she's no longer, you know, her parents are pastors or so. I think her parents are either pastors or strong, you know, these church bim bims, she kind of parents anyways. So she said she wanted to realign herself with her God. That was what she told me. I said, okay, that's fine. If that is what you really want to do, that is awesome. I'm not going to force you. She said she's on the personal growth, self-growth or personal growth. That was what she told me. So I called the guy. After I finished speaking to the girl, I did not tell the guy everything the girl told me. None. So I told the guy, I said, so what's the problem? What is going on? For the guy, he didn't see any problem with the relationship. And I told him, I said, to you now, you think you don't have a problem in this relationship, but this lady sees a problem. And if she sees a problem, there is a problem. So you cannot say, I was even telling the girl that, I was telling him that you cannot say because you are giving the girl money, you are taking care of your children financially, you cannot say that there is no problem in that relationship. If that lady sees a problem, then there is a problem. It's as simple as that. So that was what I was telling him. And then I spoke to him, he was like, well, that the problem he has is her family members. It looks as if her family members are the one dictating the whole lot of things and making her, you know, change her mind. Her family members are too demanding and demanding so many things from him. You know, he told me that he really wants to move on. That was what he said. He said he is tired of the back and forth, that the lady keeps going back and forth in that relationship, and that the lady is taking the fact that he loves her for granted, blah, 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 and that he really, really, truly wants to move on. That he has found, the guy is Igbo, the girl is Yoruba. He said he has found someone else that he wants to marry. He's just waiting for the girl to make up her mind and find someone else. Do you understand? Like, both of them can go their own separate ways. That was what he told me. And I said, okay. The best thing for you guys is just talk about it. Talk about what you guys want for the relationship. Talk about how the two of you need to move on. Talk about how the two of you are affecting each other. Do you understand? And the guy said, okay. The guy said, okay, that he would talk about it and all that. That was Friday. Same Friday. I spoke with her on Friday. I spoke with the guy too on Friday. On Saturday, that was how I was talking to my husband, blah, blah, blah. And my husband said, the girl now, because the girl told me when I spoke to her that she didn't want to be going to the guy's place because the guy wanted her to come over, but she didn't want to be going to the guy's place because he would be asking for sex. And she, because she's on a new journey of changing her life, she doesn't want to be going there so that she will not be having sex with him. I said, yes, it's understandable. Moreover, if he wants sex, he should do the right thing. He should marry you. That was what we were talking about and all that. Then I said there's always room for people to do the right things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So then on Saturday, I was speaking to my husband. That was how my husband told me that the girl took the kids and her younger sister and went over. This was in April. It wasn't recent. This was in April. And went over to the guy's place. Then I was thinking about it, that she went to spend the weekend with the guy. Then I figured, I was like, didn't this girl say she wanted to move on from this relationship? And she said she did not want to go to the guy's place. So why is she now going to the guy's place? I kept that in mind. Do you understand? I did not say anything about it. I said, okay, you know what? Maybe they really need to sit and talk. Maybe that is the problem. Anyway, I wasn't able to talk to the guy. I think in May, the guy reached out to my husband that he wanted me to cancel him. But because of their business deal, we could not talk. I wasn't able to cancel him. Do you understand? And he did not reach out again. All of a sudden, this Sunday, that was how we heard that the guy killed the girl and the girl. Do you understand? And the guy killed the girl and killed himself. I heard, I don't know how true that is, that they've even set a date for August, their wedding for August this year. So whatever it is that triggered that guy to do that, only God, it's beyond me. It's beyond us. Like, I've just been spacing out. I've just been looking in space. When I heard it, I was just looking in space. I was just disoriented. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know what to even say. I didn't even know what to post on my timelines. I posted a little bit in If's Corner. Do you understand? But it was just deeper. Because if I had not spoken to the both of them, it's a different thing entirely. Do you understand? And so it is what it is. I don't know them personally. It's just, but the fact that it had to end this way is so sad. And that is why I want to talk about relationship and marriage, about love, about polar opposites. There is something we call polar opposites among soulmates. Let me tell you, people of love, polar opposite, it's a diametrically opposite point of a circle. This is a circle, right? The opposite points. Do you understand? This is a circle. And this is a polar opposite. And this is really a drawing of, there's something we call twin flame, which is like a kind of soulmate kind of relationship, which is really deep, which is really high, which is really, crazy. And it can be fatal. So now, this is what we call the yin and yang. You understand? The yin and yang of the soulmate. It's complete opposite. And when we talk about opposite attract, this is the opposite attract kind of thing for soulmates. But also, it repels. Opposite attract, but it also repels. Opposite between the yin and yang also repels. Because once you come together, there is a repelling force that keeps the both of you apart. Why? Because you guys are not aligned. You are not aligned. Yes, you could be soulmates, but you are not aligned. And if you are not aligned, that relationship is fatal. When you are with your polar opposite lover, do you understand? It is intense. When you are with your polar opposite lover, it is intense. It is deep. It is intense and deep. I'm sorry, my kids. I'm hearing my son cry, so it's like distracting me. All right, so it is intense and deep, and once it's intense and deep, it can lead to the manifestation of good things or lead to the manifestation of fatalities. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It can be fatal if both of you are not healed. It can be fatal if both of you are not matured to handle that energy. It's a deep energy that you cannot play with. Do you understand? And that is why when you are with your polar opposite soulmate, the attraction is out of this world. The sexual energy is out of this world. The telepathic communication is out of this world. You guys are going to have telepathic communication. This is a deep soulmate relationship. Now, one person is tends towards the light, and the other person tends towards darkness. The other person will have so many dark things inside of them. Both of them need to be healed anyway. One person is dependent on the other person. You are dependent on the energy. Both of you are dependent on the energy of the relationship. And that is not what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to depend on yourself. And that is where you see polar opposites. We say to each other, I cannot let him go. I cannot let her go. She is everything. She is my world. I see you in my dreams. I have telepathic communication with you. I can talk to you. I can sense you. I can feel you. Yes, you can. But that does not mean because you can feel all these things, you have to be in that relationship. Hell no. Hell no. Once you are getting the signs, you have to move away so that God can take control. Once you are getting the sign, you will attract each other, but you will also repel one another. Do you understand how polar opposite works? You will attract each other, you are going to repel one another. Do you understand? The communication is different. The feelings and emotions different, heightened. But the only way that relationship can work is for both of you to grow. If both of you ain't growing in that relationship, that is going to be a doom. It's working towards damnation, because both of you will not be able to handle it. One person will not be able to handle. One person will think that what is going on in my life, but they are telling you grow up. They are telling you work on your insecurities. That is what it's telling you. Work on your insecurities, work on your abandonment issue, work on the issue of the fact that, okay, maybe you've been betrayed before in your past. You've been betrayed. Work on the fact that you are controlling. Work on yourself so that this relationship can work. If one person cannot work on themselves, if there is so much issue and chaos, the relationship cannot work. One of the things I saw that was a problem with these people that have died, may their souls rest in peace, is the fact that they could not let each other go. And the lady kept going back. The lady kept going back. That was what killed her. The fact that she kept going back to him. Even when her heart really wanted to move on. There is nothing that kills you faster than dilly-dallying. When you dilly-dally, especially when you are in an abusive relationship, it kills faster. It kills faster than anything. If you're in an abusive relationship, yes, you are feeling all feelings. Yes, you are loving all loving. Yes, you are wherever. I can't sleep. Yes, you won't be able to sleep. Yes, you'll be feeling everything. Your mind and your heart are saying different things. Your sexual organs and your mind and your heart are saying different things. But you have to understand that it is still evil. It is still wrong. It is still bad, no matter what you feel. And that is where mastery comes in. That is where you have to master your feelings. You have to master your mind. You have to master your sexual organs. You have to master your heart so that these things are not dictating to you. So that you know when to run away. Better for you to be with someone else that ends your soulmate, ends your yin and yang. Do you understand? And you are alive and at peace than for you to be in a soulmate relationship that will kill you. You guys are polar opposite, completely different entities. So until the both of you work on each other, the one that is white should be assertive. She should be assertive, or he should be assertive, depending on whoever carries that energy. One is a masculine energy, the other is a feminine energy. You have to balance out. You cannot be too belle. You cannot be too you cannot be an easy target. One person is always too controlling. You that you are too controlling, bring it down. If you don't heal, that relationship cannot work. And you guys will end up killing each other. You will end up killing each other. And that is just what it is. And that is why majority of the time the Lord separates them. He separates the soulmates, because there are so many things. God wants to use it for good, but the devil does not want you to fulfill purpose. The devil does not want you to fulfill destiny. So he's going to use one person to ruin that relationship. In fact, he will use the both of you to ruin that relationship. And that is why you guys need to be alert. The relationship of a soulmate or twin flame, it's not for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the beggar. You have to be whole. You have to be whole to be able to withstand it, to be able to stand strong, to be able to be able to cut it off when you need to cut it off. There is no managing darkness. You cannot manage darkness. You can't. There is no compromising with darkness. You cannot negotiate with evil. You cannot negotiate with the devil. So if you see someone is bringing out that negative energy, talk about it. Try to figure out how to make it work. Do you understand? Try to heal. But if you see that this one past your power, do yourself a favor and walk away from that relationship, irrespective of what you feel. That is the best honor you can give yourself. The only honor you can give yourself is to walk out of that relationship. Sister Denny says, your heart's job is to pump blood, not fall in love with a man or woman that is not good for you. I am telling you. I am telling you. So please, I beg of you. I beg of you. Another lady sent a video to me of a man fighting the lady, fighting his wife or whoever, and he had an iron, pressing iron. And if you see how we use the iron to hit the lady, see how we use the iron out of anger. And that is how that now. If that one was not strong, the lady just immediately ran into the room and locked the door. But maybe she was bleeding from the head. Who knows? People have anger issues. People are demonic. People are violent. You have to understand that some people are in your life just to ruin your life. They are not in your life to love you. They will come and mask as if no, not love, now they shock them. No, it is not love in any way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? No be love at all. So not be love at all. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They are there to ruin you. And that is why you have to be alert, to know the times and season, to know when the Lord is talking to you, to understand. Do you understand? You cannot be ignorant of the devices of the devil. You cannot. It was so sad. I saw the video. It broke my heart. I say I am. If I tell you, people say I am tired of watching all these kind of things. It gives me so much negative energies. I'm telling you, I've been spacing out since Sunday. Like, I could not sleep. I'll just be saying, I'll take a deep breath and say, I was just saying, all through this week. Just, speechless. Now, I'm kind of person, if something weighs on me too much, I cannot talk. I will just be looking. Too stunned for words. Because of the things that is going on around us. Do you understand? Please do not kill yourself. Before that guy killed her, she had already killed herself. She had already killed herself by her decisions. She had already killed herself by not running away from him, avoiding him, blocking him totally. Don't pick up his calls. At least for the next 3 months, 4 months, don't talk to him. Do you understand? And that was the manifestation. It manifested eventually. It manifested. Some people will beat you and send you to the hospital. Both male and female, because there are some women that are abusive too. A guy was talking about how his girlfriend will be hitting him, hit him with shoes, hit him with sticks, hit him with baton, and all those many things. That there was a time that she hit him on the head and the head was bleeding. You cannot be in such a relationship. You cannot. These are people who are being used by the devil because they cannot control their anger. They cannot control the manifestation of anger inside of them. And then because they cannot control their anger, they are the right vessel. A vessel unto dishonor. They are the right vessel that the devil will use to terminate another person's life. They are the right vessel. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, please, I beg of you, marriage should not kill you. Marriage should make you better. That is just it. Marriage should not kill you. I beg, people read the Bible and understand even the Lord. The relationship we have with God is that of marriage too. And when we turn away from the Lord and turn to other gods, what does God do? He leaves you to your own wahala. And before you know it, by the time the enemy starts to overcome you, that is all. God does not force you. He does not force anyone to be in a relationship. He says, come, let us reason together. He says, come, let us talk, let us reason together. This is God that can impose his will on us. But he has given us free will. And when you are not choosing him, he is not forcing himself on you. And that is why when someone is not choosing you, do not force yourself on them by going to do black magic. It will backfire. Do not force yourself on them. I read in a group, I read where a lady was talking about how her husband brought another person into the house, another lady into the house, and told her to sit down, took the lady, carried the lady upstairs to their bedroom, and told her to sit down and watch them. That if she does not sit down and watch her sleep with, and watch him sleep with her, that she should pack her load and leave their house. And because she feels that she does not have anywhere to go, she sat down there and she was watching them. After watching them make love, in fact, she said that was the time that she closed her eyes. She could not see it. She could not watch it. And the guy said, called her name and said she should open her eyes and watch how a woman sleeps with her, watch how a good woman sexes her husband or wherever it is. Anyway, the lady, after having the sex and everything, she told the girl to go and take a shower, go and use the bathroom. That one came out tying the wife's towel. No remorse, nothing. And this lady, then after that, he gave the girl money and he told the wife to go and get a cab for the girl. Just because, let me tell you something. You are better off under the bridge. You are better off homeless. You are better off homeless. You are better off hungry than for you to go through what you are going through in that your marriage. You are better off. You are better off. Homeless. Let him eat his money. Let him eat his house. But your honor, do not trample on your honor. Do not trample on it. She trampled on her honor. Why? Because she was looking for shelter. Better I stay under the bridge. God forbid back then. I knock on wood. But better under the bridge than for me to subject myself, my destiny, my head, the God's glory upon my life for that rubbish. For that nonsense. Sometimes we do not know where to draw the line. We don't know where to draw the line. And if you don't know where to draw the line, it is evil. It is demonic. Whether male or female. Whether male or female. No be say them say. Whether male or female, you have to draw the line. You have to draw the line. Do you understand? So marriage is not supposed to ruin you. Marriage is not supposed to turn you into a mumu. Marriage, godly marriage, is supposed to help you grow. Godly marriage is supposed to multiply you, not limit you, not steal from you. Godly marriage will not steal from you. Instead, it will sow into you. It will sow into you. And just like my sister Ada, she was talking about this premarital sex. This is what majority of premarital sex is causing. This, you see, majority of the problem, premarital sex. Because where you're supposed to be saying no to someone, because you've given that person sex, you're already connected to that person. You're already exchanging energies, both spiritually and physically. There is already a connection. And if there is a connection, you would think that you guys are soulmates. You would think that you guys are soulmates because you guys are already in that sexual relationship. No. Do away with sexual relationships if you are not married yet, for your own sake, for your own good. Do away with sexual relationship with that person. If that person wants you desperately, let them come and do the right thing desperately. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? In fact, it's not even about them doing the right thing anymore. You don't want any nonsense person to come and marry you. You want to open your eyes to see. You want to do due diligence. You want to investigate that person, both spiritually and physically. You have to investigate. You have to check out the person's temperament. If you guys are dating on a normal day and the person gives you slaps and the person is already beating you, that is a no-no right there. But because you're already having sex with this person, you cannot differentiate that this is a no-go area. This is one of the reasons the Lord is telling us to stay away from fornication. Stay away from adultery. Stay away from fornication. Is for our own good. It's for your own good. It's for my own good. Nothing more. So that you for example, those people who have slept with dogs, if you sleep with them, you've already slept with those dogs. Those who have slept with snakes, if you slept with them unknowingly, you've slept with those snakes. And these are the things that are affecting you spiritually speaking. Many of us are walking around with karma. And karma, it's not just about, oh, I did something negative against somebody else. No. Even what you've done against yourself. Repercussion, consequences. We are walking around with consequences, personal consequences. Personal consequences. Do you understand? And that is why you have to watch your path. It is the Lord that will guide your steps. The Lord that will guide your steps. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to the leading of the Holy Spirit, to the leading of God, so that you will not fail, so that you will not fall. The Bible says that, obey your father and mother so that your days may be long. Obey your father and mother so that your days may be long. Obey, I'm saying it again, your father and mother so that your days may be long. Imagine obeying God, who is your father and your mother also. Do you think your days will be cut short? It's not possible. When we obey God, it's for our own good. It's so that we can live and inherit the blessings of God. So that we can inherit the blessings of God. So that we can inherit that Abraham's blessings, that glory. So that the splendor of God can be upon our lives. So that our lives will not be cut short. The Bible says that the thief cometh to kill, to steal, and to destroy. The Bible also says that the devil is roaming about like a roaring lion, looking for whom to devour. You put yourself in as a prey out there, he's going to devour you. He will devour you. There is nothing you can do about it. And because you've removed yourself from a place of security, from a place of God's security, you are now available to the enemy. And that's why a whole lot of women have been used for rituals, because they are available. They are available prey. A lot of men have been used for ritual, available prey. The same way we have men who are doing ritual, so we have women who are doing rituals. Money rituals. You will not know anything. All your blessings will just be going to them. Whatever you lay your hands upon will never prosper. Because somebody is siphoning your blessings. Somebody is siphoning your glory. Somebody is siphoning. Some of these women, unnecessary maggots will be deposited inside of them. That is all. Maggots will be deposited inside of them. You guys, please be wary. Hey God, it's affecting my life. You go on social media, everybody, especially Africans, especially Nigerian people, everybody's talking. We talk about, it's a different if you're talking about sex for marital pleasure, for marital knowledge. Do you understand? I'm very, I can be shy while talking about it, because there are some things that are just private. I believe that sex is a private thing. Do you understand? But if you are teaching, it's a different thing entirely. But you see, go on Instagram, like, it's just crazy. Sexual energies everywhere. A sister reached out to me this week, and she was telling me about how her husband, she gave me the handle of the lady, the handle of all the ladies who are sex agents. I'll call them sex agents. What do they call them? Escorts, Instagram escorts, but they are prostitutes. They are professional prostitutes. They have pimps. They have pimps, people. And when you go them, they are Instagram influencers. Instagram influencers. When this lady told me this, I was like, whoa. These are people who have a good amount of following. You see them taking pictures and all that. They are professional prostitutes sleeping around. Pay them 20K per night, 30K per night. Professional prostitutes on Instagram. These are the kind of, no wonder the Bible says the wheat, the weeds and the tares, the wheat and the tares, right? The wheat and the tares will grow together. No wonder. You don't know who is who anymore. And Aristo babes, you don't know who is who anymore. You can only know yourself. And pray that God, please direct me. Direct my path. Direct my steps. Direct me. Thank you, Sister Chibuzo, Isaac. Thank you so much. Direct my steps, God. Please do not allow me to meet someone that will kill me. Do not allow me to be a victim of another person's anger. Do not allow me to be a victim of another person's restlessness. Lord, do not allow me to be a victim of another person's greed. Let me not be a victim of another person's desires, sexual desires. Lord, let me not be a victim of my own desires. Help me, oh Lord, so that I do not fail. Let me not fail myself, Lord. Let me not fail myself. Now, when you put yourself in harm's way, you have failed yourself. When you put yourself willingly, and a life with a chop, we want chop life. No, it is life that is chopping you. You just don't know it. It's life that is chopping you until the manifestation comes. Everything you do has consequences. Everything. There are consequences that you and I cannot escape from. So the earlier we started making the right choices, the better for us. That's just it, the better for us. So, and we have to understand that when you have the wrong knowledge of marriage and relationship, it creates negativity. It creates beasts. There are so many beasts in marriages because they have the wrong understanding of marriage, understanding of relationship, understanding. And when you have the wrong understanding, do you understand? And understanding where you think that marriage is a must. Marriage is a do or die affair. Marriage is not a must. I don't know how to scream it again. Marriage is not a must. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Marriage isn't. Some people are called to be single. Some people are called to be married. Marriage is a calling and is an anointing. Because the marriage is not for you. It's for the destiny of your children. Marriage is not for you. You are called together to replenish the earth. If, for example, if there is no need for us to procreate, there is no point of the marriage. Do you understand? There is no need for us to marry. We can just be loving ourselves. That is it. If there is no need for procreation, but there is a reason the Lord wants us to be married legally and spiritually, so that there will be godly. He said it in Malachi. Let me read Malachi 2. I'm coming. Malachi. I'm coming. I'm just. Let me just get to Malachi. Let me see. Some of these Bible verses, I don't write them down. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. It is because the Lord is the witness. You belong to him, body and spirit. And what does the Lord seek? Godly offspring. Okay. So Malachi 2:15. Malachi 2:15 says, let me read. Okay, this is NIV. Has not the one God made you? You belong to him. Okay, let me start from 14. You ask why? It is because the Lord is the witness between you and the wife of your... Okay, let me start from 13 so that we will understand it. Malachi 2:13. Another thing you do, you flood the Lord's altar with tears. You weep and wail because he no longer looks with favor on your offsprings or accepts them with pleasure from your hands. You are, or your offerings, looks with favor on your offerings or accepts them with pleasure from your hands. You ask why? It is because the Lord is the witness between you and the wife of your youth. You have been unfaithful to her, though she is your partner, the wife of your marriage covenant. Has not the one God made you? You belong to him in body and spirit. And what does the one God seek? Godly offspring. So be on your guard and do not be unfaithful to the wife of your youth. Do you understand? That is the Lord there telling the children of Israel, the men of Israel specifically. Malachi 2:13-15. Thank you so much thank you, Sister Zama. God bless you. Do you understand? Godly offspring, there is a reason for it. There is a reason for that particular Bible verse, for that statement from God. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So be very careful, because your marriage is not for you. It's not for you at all. It's for the future and the destinies of those who will take over from you. Who will take over from you? Who will be leaders tomorrow? Who will be nurses tomorrow? Who will be doctors tomorrow? Who will be lawyers tomorrow? Our time will pass. Our generation will pass. What have we left for the children? What legacy have we left for them? What legacy are you leaving for your kids? Is it the legacy of anger? The legacy of domestic violence, of domestic abuse? Is it the legacy of irresponsibility? Is it the legacy of uselessness? Is it the legacy of unfaithfulness, of infidelity? Is it the legacy of unrighteousness and unholiness? What legacy are you leaving for your children? If you cannot leave the legacy of godliness and love, you have failed. I'm sorry, you and I. If we as parents, we cannot leave the legacy of love, faithfulness, fidelity, and godliness for our children, we have failed as parents. We have failed. And that is just the truth. No matter how hard it might seem, these kids, you are a door for their manifestation on earth. They have no one else to turn to. Leave your kids outside the door, outside the home, and see if they have any other place to turn to. Go and check out the kids in foster homes. You are alive today is for a reason. You think that you can go through labor and come out? You can go through labor again and go through labor again and go through labor again and come out. You think you are better than the woman that have died during labor? Or that your children are, I'm getting emotional. Or that your children have parents. You think they are better than the children who are orphans? Who have been displaced? Do you know what? God forbid, may we not know what it means to be displaced. To be without a family. To be without parents. To be without father or mother. Or shoulder to rely on as a child. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So what is your purpose? What is your cocoa in the life of those children? What are you teaching them? Are you teaching your daughters how to depend on a man instead of them to depend on themselves or God? How to depend on a man? How has depending on a man paid you as a woman? How has it paid you? Depending solely on a man without financial independence, how has it paid you as a woman? Or you're teaching your daughters how to be collecting money from men, how to be prostitutes. Do you understand? Is that the legacy you are giving them? Is that the legacy you are giving them? The legacy of low self-esteem, low self-worth. As Africans, as crazy as Africa might be with the culture or wherever, the way it's breeding violent men is also the way it's breeding women that lack self-esteem, that do not understand their self-worth. That is it. As it's breeding men who are entitled, so it's breeding women who do not know that they are entitled to anything. Same thing. And yet the Lord is calling us. The Lord is calling us to freedom. The Lord is calling us. 2 Corinthians 3:17 says, now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. If you are in any relationship or marriage and you don't have freedom there, the Spirit of the Lord is simply not there. It's as simple as that. The Spirit of the Lord is not in that marriage. You have to ask yourself, what energy is prevalent in your relationship? What energy? Is it the energy of God or the energy of the devil? You know. This is what the Bible says. Now, the Lord is the Spirit. 2 Corinthians 3:17. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Do you understand? There is freedom. So, marriage is not a do or die affair, whether it's for the male or the female. If you cannot act right in that relationship, if someone cannot act right in that relationship, you have every that relationship. It's not about doing the wrong things and apologizing. It annoys the daylight out of me. You are grown up, for crying out loud. You cannot be doing the wrong things in your relationship and be apologizing. I don't want to use negative words because we're all matured. So I want to respect everybody as much as possible. Do you understand? You cannot be doing the wrong things in your marriage. You can't. You cannot be doing the wrong things and you want your marriage to be successful. What are you? Like, who are you? Like, what are you talking about? Even the relationship with God Almighty, it's either you get it with God or you do not get it with God. There is no in between. Jesus Christ said it in Revelation. If you are neither hot nor cold, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. No, Jesus Christ said it also. Not everybody that calls me Lord, Lord shall enter into my kingdom. There is a reason for it. Drawing the lines. He also said it that if you love me, you will obey my commandments. If you love your partner, obey the rules and regulations of the marriage. Simple. I cannot claim to love my partner now and be doing all the wrong things. What am I? Am I stupid? Is that not just stupidity of the highest order? I love you, 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 and I'm busy sleeping with every man, every Dick and Harry. What kind of yeye love is that one? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's common sense, common sense. In your marriage, if you cannot do to others what you want them to do to you, then you are the devil in that relationship. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry to say. But there is no point of us here sitting down here and deceiving ourselves. There is no point of me trying to sugarcoat things and color it and be diplomatic with my words. No, let me leave it bare for everybody. If it resonates with you, fine. If it does not resonate with you, fine. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you are causing harm in that relationship, you are the devil in that relationship. Watch yourself. What's your attitude? What's your behavior? What are you bringing to the table? It's not about money. What are you bringing to the table? Are you bringing chaos and problems to the table? How are you protecting your family members? How are you protecting your husband and your wife? What is the problem? What is the issue? What is causing problems all the freaking time? Why are you guys at loggerheads all the time? All the time we have to fight. All the time we have to quarrel. All the time I have to complain. What is going on? Something is wrong somewhere. The energy of the devil is at play. And it's so funny how this thing is prevalent. Even in the homes of we that we call ourselves Christians, we that we call ourselves children of God, we that we call ourselves born again. If you are a born again, in quotes, and your house is in chaos, you are not born again, you are working for the devil. Ho-ha. Simple. What kind of being born again is that? Where is the Spirit of God in your relationship? Where is the Spirit of God in your home? Where is the Spirit of God in your marriage? As the head of that family, as the head of that marriage, where is the Spirit of God in your life? In your life. Now, this lady I spoke to that was telling me about all this, her husband patronizing all these women. Her husband patronizing all these prostitutes, Instagram prostitutes. Like she stumbled into it. She know the pimps. The woman, the person that is giving, she gave me the picture of the person that is giving the husband. Babes. Now, this is the husband that will be telling the wife to go to redeem camp all the time. This is the husband that will be telling the wife to pray all the time. This is the husband that will be telling the wife to do gimsh in prayerfully, to be fervent, until the wife stumbled, until the wife saw what he was hiding. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who at the end of the day? You are deceiving yourself. At the end of the day, you are deceiving yourself. Do you think tomorrow is promised? Is tomorrow promised? All of us only have today. We get tomorrow by the grace of God. Today is the grace God has given us. The next moment is the grace God has given us. You see all these things that we are running after. Meaningless. They are meaningless. The most important thing is God Most High. The most important thing. Do you understand? The most important thing is the God Most High. No one will help you. You have to work out your own salvation. No one. It is your life. It is your experience. Your destiny. Your tomorrow. Your tomorrow is in your hands. Your tomorrow is not in the hand of any pastor. Your tomorrow is not in the hands of any pastor wife, woman of God, man of God. It is your tomorrow. Stop playing with your life. Stop playing with your life. Stop deceiving. We all need to stop deceiving ourselves. One day, Keanu Reeves, that popular American actor, says that in this life, let everybody just strive to be successful, because nobody's going to leave this world without dying. You're not going to leave this world without dying, except the Lord comes. Except Jesus comes to take his own. That is the only time you have grace. But before the Lord comes, it's either you go and meet the Lord, or the Lord will come and meet you. One must happen. And that is why you guys have to be prepared. Prepare yourself mentally and work on your relationship. Work on yourself. Work on your marriage. Work on yourself. Remove long throats from other people's things. Remove long throats from other people's partners. Remove long throats. Single sisters, be deceiving yourselves. Deceive yourselves by saying, it's just like a brother. I saw something on a brother's page. He says you cannot be a prayer warrior and a side chick at the same time. You cannot be a prayer warrior and a side chick at the same time. Let us keep deceiving ourselves as Christians. Let us keep dancing in foolishness. Let us be waltzing in stupidity. I'm sorry, with due respect. With due respect. Because the truth is, all those behaviors are just foolishness and stupidity. That's all. The things that we do that does not benefit us in the end is foolishness. The things that we do that will benefit us both spiritually and physically is wisdom. Simple. Simple. It's as simple as that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm really flowing because I'm not even following the pattern of the things I wrote down. So I ask God to speak through me today. Do you understand? You cannot be a prayer warrior and a side chick at the same time. Be deceiving yourself, single women. Deceive yourself very well and say, it is the man. The man is supposed to keep to his vows. It is not you. You don't have time. Your own. You are not responsible. You don't owe the woman anything. Nobody's saying you owe the woman anything, but you owe yourself. If it is anything, you owe yourself. You owe yourself righteousness. You owe yourself godliness. You owe yourself to walk circumspectly. Somebody is buying Kanya Mata so as to attract married men. No fear. And on Sunday, you will go to church. On Sunday, you will say you are serving God. You will say you will kneel down and pray. She said that the Kanya Mata did not work. She went back home and knelt down and prayed. To which God? Which God are you praying to? You want to snatch another person's husband. You are praying to God so that you can snatch that person's husband. Are we really kidding ourselves? You are praying to God. You are calling another person's husband your boyfriend. Calling another person's wife your babe, your girlfriend. Your salvation is your responsibility. Jesus Christ is not going to do past himself. Do you understand? He has come. He has died on the cross. He has brought so many people. He is still teaching up to today. Still giving visions. Still giving law. Let me tell you something. When the time hits, and I'm not just talking about him coming. I'm talking about when your time, when you and I, when our time is up, it is up. It is up. It's only the grace of God. You cannot get any extension. Anything that if you have a near-death experience, that is your warning right there. Near-death experience is a warning. Oh, I almost died. God saved me. That is your warning. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you know how many people have suddenly died of this coronavirus? Did they think they were going to die in 2020? Do you know of tomorrow? I'm only saying this. I'm not talking about when Jesus Christ comes home. I'm talking about when, any moment that you yourself, you and I, will go and meet our creator, our maker. One must happen. Oh, Jesus Christ is coming. Jesus Christ is coming. I've not seen him come. Be ready. You will go and meet him. One must happen. That is just what it is. And as Christian, it's best for us to be alert, to stop deceiving ourselves. Self-deception. Now, self-deception, that is what threw the devil out of the presence of God. And there is nothing that can kill you faster than self-deception. Do you understand? So now, if you want to live an abusive relationship quickly, if you want to live an abusive relationship or a relationship that is not working well, don't do it gra-gra. It is not by gra-gra. It is not by fighting. Your divorce does not have to end with fights. It does not have to end with fights. Must you fight to divorce? Yes, there could be disagreements. Yes, there could be the fact that, okay, we are not on the same page. Learn to divorce amicably. Learn to separate amicably. Learn to figure out the time and season. Learn to fast and pray before you take that step. Do you understand? So that the devil will not use that against you. So that he will not use that against you. So talk about your differences. Figure out if a counselor can help. Do you understand? Seek therapists, marriage therapists. Do you understand? That can help the relationship. Seek spiritual therapists like pastors that can help. Compare the two. Figure out your own experiences. Give yourself time. Talk about it. Talk about the fact that, you know what, I think I'm going to end this relationship. It's not because I don't care about you, but we are not working at all. This is not working right. This is not working right. This is not working right. And I believe that I'm just done. I really need to move on. I'm not trying to, you know, I feel as if I'm even stagnating you too. I feel like as if I'm even limiting you too. Do you understand? I don't think we are working well. And I don't